Hi Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 4th through the 10th. We're going to see what's happening in the week ahead with this deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you from that deck there. As always, if you like the cards I'm using, if you're curious about them, I will include a link in the description of the video so that you can check them out for yourselves. We're going to see what's happening. We are in Mercury retrograde, Pisces, and we have a full moon happening next week. But you guys are very sensitive to moon energy, and we're having some really intense moon cycles. So you may be picking up on that energy this week. So we'll see what's coming up for you guys. Understand and know this. We are coming into energy that's going to be bringing really, really permanent changes or an opportunity to make personal changes in our lives. So let's see how that might be affecting you guys this week. There's your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my darlings. So Monday, Tuesday, you have thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Okay, so Pisces, I feel for a lot of you, this card is coming in the way that you might be receiving messages through dreams, or you might be feeling a significant person in your life is going to be returning or coming back to you. So say you feel like there's unfinished business with an individual and it's more like on good terms. It's not necessarily like someone where there's bad blood. You might be having this person pop up in your thoughts a lot because they're thinking of you. You might be receiving messages in dreams. And don't be surprised if you end up running into someone that has just been popping up in your head a lot. There's something happening where I feel you all are ready for the next phase of some kind of a contract, a soul contract, spirit contract with someone in your life. And so you may be picking up on it, you may be feeling it. And I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces, it doesn't surprise me that this is happening because, like I said, you all are very sensitive to moon energy, and the Taurus full moon that's coming in is about permanent changes in our life, feeling comfortable in our body, feeling comfortable in our skin, feeling very satisfied in our physical life, feeling very grounded, feeling very stable, feeling very settled. So I feel if there's been something that's been blocking you from this happening, then whatever contract you have with whatever person or situation is going to be presenting itself to you this week so that you can begin working on releasing those blocks and having the fulfillment and connection and stability that you desire. I do feel, Pisces, and you guys know this, I don't focus too much on love and romance in the weekly forecasts. I like to keep it separate on my channel, but if it comes up, I will talk about it. And Pisces, I do feel some of you are going to be very taken aback that somebody might be confessing feelings to you. Like confessing that they have feelings for you. For some of you, you haven't talked to this person in a while. They're just kind of falling out of the woodwork. Like, hey, you know, you've been on my mind. And, oh, by the way, I'm in love with you. Oh, okay. All right. I haven't talked to you in a while. But, oh, well, all right. Good to know. You know, for some of you, it could be something like that. For other ones of you, it could just be someone that you've been having a pretty close connection with, or a friendship with. A friend might be opening up to you and saying, hey, you know what, I like you more than a friend. But I do feel for some of you, somebody is confessing feelings for you, confessing emotions for you. Okay? Your Wednesday, Thursday, my darlings, is Tree of Life. So this is about fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. So for some of you, you may be picking up on this energy, this fertility, in a very, very literal way, right? There could be something happening for you in terms of like a pregnancy, or talking about starting a family, or you know, or discovering that you're pregnant. Surprise! guys. It could be happening for some of you in this way. For other ones of you, this fertility, this creativity is going to be more in a symbolic way, where you are finding that you're manifesting really, really fast. Pisces, I think some of you are going to surprise yourself, where you're going to have a lot of these serendipitous moments where you're like, oh my goodness, like, I was just thinking about that, and now here it is, right? Especially for those of you that you find in the beginning of the week, you're running into someone that had been popping up in your head, and all of a sudden you're running into them when you haven't seen them or spoken to them in a while. You're going to find that your thoughts are turning into reality very, very quickly. So even if you don't run into anybody in the beginning of the week that's been on your mind, be cautious in the middle of the week, Pisces, especially since this middle of the week puts us at about a week before the full moon that's going to be happening in Taurus, and you guys are going to be really, really in that energy. So try to focus on what you want, the solutions, and try to focus on the release that you're going to be experiencing in this positive a way, or positive a light as possible, because I do feel like you're creating. Your thoughts are creating your reality in a super, super duper fast way. I also feel, Pisces, that something is happening in the middle of the week with this tree of life, that you're becoming more confident with yourself and your decisions, especially if you've been a Pisces that you second guess yourself a lot, or you tend to feel insecure, or you get a lot of anxiety. I feel there's like this confidence that's coming in, and you are feeling more grounded, you are feeling more stable, and you're having this inner knowing, like there's this awakening that you're experiencing. Like some of you might even have some kind of chakras aligning and awakening. Like I've even seen like the High Priestess card, like coming into High Priestess energy. You're going to feel a very strong connection to your higher power, to the universe. Those of you who've been wanting to feel for a long time, like, oh, I've been focusing on my spiritual path, and I'm praying and I'm meditating, but I just don't quite feel that connection. I feel something is happening midweek where you're finally making that connection. Like you're feeling in tune, you're feeling connected, you're feeling moved, you're feeling inspired, you're feeling your intuition. So I just feel, Pisces, like a lot of you are coming into your own in that way in the middle of the week. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card, oh my goodness, this card's actually come up for a few of the signs, and I believe that for most people it has come up in the end of the week. It just came up for Libra when I did theirs, and it came up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So some of you might have Libra in your chart, or some of you may be dealing with a Libra with this connection, and I'll talk about it in just a moment. But a couple of other signs had it too. I can't remember who, so you guys will have to let me know if you're watching your moon and your rising videos who else had this. And again, I do believe it may have been at the end of the week, so there could be something happening in that end of the week energy that a lot of people are kind of manifesting or calling this in. So Goddess of Creation here is talking about transformation, creativity, wholeness. So it doesn't surprise me that this is a card that's coming up for a few of the signs, especially since we are in this energy of Scorpio, and Scorpio is the sign of transformation. Scorpio is the sign of change. Scorpio is the sign of like rebirth, and so you all are picking up on that energy. A lot of people are being transformed in this energy, in this season, this time of year. And it's really interesting, Pisces, because I feel this card a little bit different for you guys than I did for Libra. With Libra, I felt like this, being very comfortable in their own skin, and, experiencing this emotional intimacy with a really significant soulmate. For you guys, I feel this card is more like, yeah, again, I do feel a soulmate energy, but I feel more of a sexual energy in this card than I felt for the other signs. So Pisces, if you've been kind of timid or shy, or if you feel like you have had some kind of a dry spell in that department, you're going to be finding that the energy is getting unstuck or unblocked, and you're getting a lot more comfortable with yourself in that way. Like maybe you held back because you didn't feel right about it, or you didn't feel comfortable, or you didn't feel good about yourself, or you felt like, oh, that's not okay for me to feel these feelings, and so I feel that you're having a healthy view of that physical connection, and a healthy view of yourself and your sexuality. And you know, a lot of you might be creating or manifesting a situation in which you feel it's appropriate and safe for you to explore that part of yourself. So you might be calling in your partner, right? Or an existing relationship may be getting its spice or its fire back, you know, or you may be calling in the person that's meant for you to be with in that way, okay? Again, I don't focus too much on love and romance in the weekly forecasts, but when those themes come up, I do address them. I'm going to see what your spirit message is for the week, guys, and I do encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because some weeks it may resonate with you more, or it could bring a little extra information for you. All right, so let's see. There it is. You have Snow Queen. All right, so right off the bat, for whatever reason, this is giving me a sense or a feeling of the month of January. So I feel there's some big changes that are going to be happening that you might be implementing, that might be coming into full force in January. Or you might be dealing with an air sign person. For whatever reason, this also made my mind jump to Queen of Swords. And Queen of Swords could be mother-in-law kind of energy sometimes too. Some of you might be having something significant happening with like a relationship going next level, or somebody becoming a mother-in-law, or like meeting your future mother-in-law. Not necessarily, but that did come in kind of quickly here. I'm going to go ahead though and focus more on the card in terms of what the creator of the deck intended. But intuitively, I got like that air sign energy. And I got a feeling of the month of January with significant changes. So with the meaning of the card that was intended by the creator, this is a card about persevering and endurance, right? So you're going to be going through some really big changes in the weeks and months ahead, and this is telling you, you know, don't give up, be able to endure, stay the course. You know, so just being able to stay the course. It's also a card encouraging you to have optimism. That, you know, whatever is happening right now is a season, is a period, and, you know, this energy that you're feeling about, like, pushing your way through life, or you know, like regaining control of situations, it will all become more effortless, right? Like, you know, this is just a time for you to explore, a time for you to be aware of your mindset, your perception, the way that you're looking at things, and stay the course and stay determined to yourself. But like I said, I'm getting a lot of air sign energy from this card, even though it was not designed as like an air sign card per se. This is not a card having to do with the zodiac, and it doesn't even mean that you're going to be encountering an air sign. It could just mean like with that Queen of Swords, like being very clear about what's working for you, what isn't working for you, not tolerating nonsense. So again, there's like a sense of power, Pisces. I feel like you're coming out of this week very empowered, very on top of things, very in control of your life, right? And you're not so worried about what may or may not happen, because it's like you're taking control of the situation. You're steering yourself. That's what that feels like to me. I do encourage you guys, Pisces, to watch the love videos for November, even if you're not really concerned about love life right now, either because you're very happily single or you're very happy and already in a relationship. You might not be too concerned about love readings, but because of the changes that are coming up ahead, and because the energies are so significant right now for the November love readings, I decided to channel all of the messages, the whole message. I stepped aside. I just kind of stepped aside, and I let Spirit speak through me. And anytime I do that, a lot of profound stuff comes in, or very helpful things come in. So I encourage you to take advantage of that and watch that, because I'm sure it's you know, applicable not just in your love life, but in other ways as well. Link to those videos is in the description. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, go ahead and click on the Calendly link in the description of this video, and you'll be able to schedule a private reading with me there. Thank you so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a fabulous week, my dears.